Showtime! What is up, everyone? TCT here again, and welcome to the It's Showtime podcast hosted by me, TCT. This is episode number 11. I'm sorry about the lack of the episode last week, but it was election week and I really didn't have anything to talk about. But today is Saturday, the day I'm recording this, and today we have found out we have a new president of the United States. It is Democrat Joe Biden, and I wanted to at least make that known here on this podcast. That's when this is being recorded. I'm not much for one of politics, but, you know, this was a big week. The people spoke, and the people decided that it was time to put Joe Biden into the White House. So I wanted to, you know, mention that a little bit, but I'm not going to spend time on it. Like I said, I'm not a very political person, so I don't want to really say anything other than, you know, congratulations to that campaign. But it is a new week, new chapter. No football's been played yet. I know Washington plays the New York Giants tomorrow. We're going to see how that goes. But there's some things I want to talk about. I want to talk about the pandemic and everything that's going on. I hope everyone is staying safe out there, wearing their masks. And, you know, because around here where I'm at, you know, they're getting ready to open, you know, more schools up. You know, I hope your children are being safe. I hope you're taking proper precautions. Even when they come home, guys, get them to wash their hands and sanitize. Sometimes even make them take a bath or do something immediately when they get home just to make sure, have them change their clothes. You know, this is things that I've been learning at, you know, working in that same system, because that's also my other job, is working in that system. So I wanted to make sure that everyone is staying safe out there. And I wanted to get into some things I wanted to talk about today. They have quite a few issues going on in the movie world. And today it's about one issue in particular that I really want to speak on. There's going to be some other things I talk about, but I really want to speak on this whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation. It's ugly. It's very ugly. And me personally, I have always been a massive fan of Johnny Depp. I'm not a fan of everything he does in movies, but I'm a fan of, you know, just his portrayals and characters and everything amazing that he's been able to do. Of course, he makes his debut in A Nightmare on Elm Street playing Glenn, and then he really rose to stardom in 21 Jump Street, which I haven't seen that since I was a kid. I need to go back and, you know, watch that old series again. As it was pretty fun. I remember it being pretty fun when I was a kid, so we can go ahead and do that eventually. But I wanted to talk about how unfair I think it is for Warner Brothers to be treating him the way that they're treating him. Now, I don't know whose side to take on this, and I really don't want to take a side. I personally do believe that Amber Heard lied a lot about what he did, and I'm not saying he's totally in the clear either. We don't know. We don't know if he abused her or assaulted her. I mean, there's different forms of that. We do know that she was caught lying about him hitting her by hitting herself. We do know that they both have been doing some very bad things to each other. We do know that he was suing her for trying to claim his estate and everything that he's worth. And he's worth a lot of money. I don't know how much at this point, but he was worth a lot of money when this all started. And look, let me just say, both of them are incredible actors. Okay, I'm going to give Amber her just due as well. She was great in Aquaman. The first movie I ever saw her in was Alpha Dog. I thought she was fantastic in that. She was good in Never Back Down. Like, there's some good movies she's done, but this is the bigger story. Warner Brothers has convinced Johnny Depp to not play Grindelwald anymore in the Fantastic Beasts franchise. Now, I don't know how this decision was made. I do know that Johnny Depp officially resigned, and notice how I say officially resigned, because I don't believe it was through his own free will. I believe he was forced to make this resignation in order to make it look good for Warner Brothers. I do believe Warner Brothers fired him, and he just wants to be kind. Because Johnny Depp, to me, I do not think he's an evil person. Yes, he's made a lot of mistakes, as many actors do, as many movie stars do. He's made a lot of mistakes, but I truly do not believe he is a bad person. I don't really believe Amber Heard is a very bad person. I believe that they just had so many problems with each other that they drove each other crazy. And that is very dangerous, especially when you're talking about a relationship, a marriage, especially of one where she is far younger than he is. And it's not to say she's not mature, because she is old enough to know what she's doing. I don't think she's in her 20s anymore. I do believe she's reached that 30 peak. I don't know her age exactly, but Johnny definitely knows what he's doing. So he's had problems with law before and all that, but I just want to say I support Johnny Depp. What has been done to him is wrong. It is very wrong, and I do not like when I see things like this happen. He is playing Grindelwald in this Fantastic Beasts series, and to me, in that second movie, now I watched the first one. I thought the first one was okay. It wasn't great though, like the other Harry Potters, because we don't care about the characters that much. The second movie was completely one-sided. It was the only reason it even did well is because Johnny Depp was incredible in that movie. Everything else that happened in that movie, I did not care for. I've went and seen both of them in the theaters, and I can tell many of you, I am a Harry Potter book reader. I am a fan of the franchise. Not a massive fan as I used to be when I was younger, but I will go and support, the movies, and I will support everything that I see. And what I saw in that second film was absolutely abysmal. It was very confusing, especially to children. Children are going to these films. I'm sorry guys, I'm on the road. But children are going to these films, and they're confused at what is going on. And it's not easy to explain to them, because they're throwing so much overload information and everything here in the film. And Johnny Depp is his acting and his charisma is the only thing holding it together from people saying, hey, you know what? Forget this. This film is horrible. And quite frankly, I agree with most of them. The film was not great. The Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald was just that. It was a crime. The fact that it felt like it was overproduced and rushed. And like I say, I don't like films like that. I like a film that's straightforward in what it wants to do. A film that, this is a Harry Potter franchise. It's not Harry Potter himself, but it's close enough. So, to be like, look, we don't consider you guys or anything else part of this franchise. This is just a moneymaker, because that's kind of what it felt like. I watched the first one in 3D. The 3D was not needed. It felt like just a cheap way to make money for the studio. And I know there is a Fantastic Beasts book out there. Like, there is. So, yeah, I don't really know what to say. I really don't. Other than the fact that I do not agree with tactics by WB. Right now, Warner Brothers is really aggravating me for what they've done with the DC universe. Oh my God. Like, what is going on with Warner Brothers? It used to be one of my favorite movie companies in all the world. And it's still it has some of my favorite movies, but come on, guys, give me a break. Warner Brothers is very famous for doing things. And to say, hey, Johnny, I know you lost your case to try to get your money back and to nullify these claims that you assaulted your wife, but we can't have this kind of publicity in our franchise. And I'm sitting there thinking, because that's exactly what's going on. Anybody think that that's not what's going on is a fool. That is exactly what's going on with this right now. Johnny Depp being taken off the Fantastic Beasts movies. Basically, they're saying is, hey, we can't have this, damage our films. And I'm sitting there thinking, but what is so great about your films that can be damaged? What have you done recently in your films to where Johnny Depp could damage these? Because not only is Johnny Depp damaging now in these films, but Amber Heard playing Mira in Aquaman is really going to get heat. She got a lot of heat in the first Aquaman. She got an incredible amount of heat in the first Aquaman. But I don't like, and this is the thing about me. I know people are sinister and they're evil people. Like some of these actors are evil people. Okay? I don't think that's the case here. I think she wanted out of that marriage and she did some stupid things to get it. And then she decided, hey, you know what? This guy's rich. I want some of his money. That's all. I don't believe she's an evil person. I believe she did an evil act. She's not like Kevin Spacey evil. Them trashing women the way they do and stuff like that. Johnny Depp, I do believe he's made a lot of mistakes. I don't believe he's an evil person. I believe he is a very kind person that has had a lot of wrong done to him. And I wanted to make this podcast today. I didn't know if I was going to do an episode this week just to talk about this. Just talk about this. This is the only thing I want to talk about this week. And I think it's a disgrace by WB to not give Johnny Depp a chance to at least try to earn some of his cash back, some of his money back by doing these roles. It's not going to hurt your franchise. This is Harry Potter, for Christ's sake. It's not going to hurt your franchise to have Johnny Depp in there. Everybody knows what's going on. Just like everybody who went to see Aquaman and made that one of the highest grossing DC films of all time knew what was going on with Amber Heard, but they don't care. It does not really affect the box office. The only thing it affects is people's opinions of the character itself. And so far, his character, Grindelwald, has been praised because it was incredible. It was the only good thing about that movie that I walked out of that movie theater. I literally was bored out of my mind except for the moments Johnny Depp was on screen. When Johnny Depp was on screen, I was mesmerized and captivated. When everything else was going on, it fell flat. Even Jude Law playing Dumbledore could not keep me engaged because to me, he did not play that role well. He did okay, but he did not feel like a Dumbledore to me. And granted, we haven't seen much of him, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know what of that was writing and then him trying to act like Dumbledore, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give him one more opportunity to prove to me that he can be a Professor Dumbledore and Albus Dumbledore. But the guy that plays Grindelwald, Johnny Depp, definitely stole that movie. He really did. And I get super, super angry when I see people, treat him with disrespect. I mean, this is a guy that dressed up as Captain Jack Sparrow and walked through a cancer center, a cancer hospital, and just played the character. He wasn't playing Johnny Depp. He was playing Jack Sparrow throughout the whole thing and just made children smile. If you've not seen that video, go check it out. It's on YouTube. Maybe I'll find, if I can find the video, I'm going to leave it in the description below. I'm going to try to anyway. But I want you to see, Johnny Depp is not a bad human being. So the fact that this stuff is going on, in his world is incredible. The last real Johnny Depp movie that I went to the theater to see other than Fantastic Beasts was probably Sweeney Todd. I went to see Sweeney Todd. I didn't go see Lone Ranger, even though he took heavy criticism for playing Tonto. I don't think he did a bad job playing Tonto. He was a little miscast because he's not Indian. And that's what the criticism was. I was like, yeah, but I understand what they were trying to do. They were trying to have a funny guy play the role, and he was magnificent. The guy that played the Lone Ranger was absolutely horrible. Archie Hammer was awful. I did not like Archie Hammer in that movie. Johnny Depp was the king of the Lone Ranger movie. He was awesome. Like his roles are amazing, no matter if they're criticized or not. What he brings to the table is a fantastic form of acting, and the fact that his empire, everything that he's built over the years. Oh yes, a lot of it went to drugs and booze. I understand that. I mean, he's a movie star. He's going to want to party. You know, a lot of movie stars do. But the fact that all this is going on and he's losing everything that he has left now because of this is just a shame. It's disgraceful in my book. Amber Heard should definitely be ashamed of herself, and he should too. You know, this is very ugly. You know, if he'd have just let her walk out and not try to fight her, this stuff wouldn't be happening to him right now. You know, but I understand him wanting to fight her back because of the lies. All you have to do is just say, hey, I didn't do this stuff. Your fans are going to believe you, bud. Like, I'm a huge supporter of you. I know. Now, I'm not saying you didn't hit her, because we don't know if you hit her or not. We can't see through your door of your house. We can't do that. Anybody that says he didn't hit her, you're crazy. We do not know that answer. There is no proof that proves that he did hit her or didn't hit her. We only get their word, and which is why this is so ugly, because we do not know what happened. They can say so many different things in court about what happened in this case and situation. Johnny Depp could have slapped her. She could have punched him in the face, but the fact that if Johnny Depp would have even laid a finger on her, it automatically goes to Amber, because men are not supposed to hit women, and I think that law is bull. You know, I don't think anybody should hit anybody. If a woman beats a man and the man tries to defend himself, the man's going to go to jail, and that's the way it's always been, and I don't agree with that. I really don't. You know, especially if the woman has a psychotic episode, like she apparently did. But I'm not saying that he's in the wrong. I mean, he's in the clear either. He's definitely did some wrong things. You know, the sneaking their animals into other countries is that's one thing that, you know, come on. These two were just, I think they were just in love at the time, and they got married way too early, way too quick. But yeah, this is not a fun situation, you know. So I just want to say, look, Johnny, I am supporting you. I do believe this is a wrong move by WB, taking you out of the Crimes of Grindelwald and Fantastic Beasts franchise. Like, I don't like it. Whatever they do, whatever you guys decide to do with this Fantastic Beasts franchise, I'm going to support you. But I'm not going to like you recasting this character. I believe if you wanted his character to be recasted, you need to just do the third movie and just end the franchise now. They're like, well, we want to do another 6 movies. You guys, your movies are horrible. Believe me, Fantastic Beasts and Fantastic Beasts 2 are probably the worst of the Harry Potter franchise. They really are. You know, there's some filler books, like Half-Blood Prince. It's a filler. But it has an amazing moment at the end. It has the death of Dumbledore. And that's what you go see. You know, and then in Order of the Phoenix, it's like, yeah, it's a little bit of a filler, but Sirius Black bites the bullet at the end of that. Goblet of Fire, amazing. Prisoner of Azkaban, to me, I think is the best book in the whole franchise and the best movie, period. That's just my opinion. You know, Chamber of Secrets and Sorcerer's Stone, or Philosopher's Stone, if you really want to call it the correct way. Over here in America, it's Sorcerer's Stone, but Philosopher's Stone, amazing books. They did the movies word for word in the as the books, but they cut some things out like they're supposed to because it can't be a 4-hour film. So yeah, I mean this is going to be a short podcast today, but I had to get my thoughts out on that situation. This is very ugly, very very bad situation. So yeah, I'm going to watch the football game next, and I'm going to let you know what happens here. But like I said, I'm recording this part on Saturday. The next 10 minutes are going to be recorded after the football games on Sunday. So you guys are going to check that out, and I'll get back with you in just a few seconds. So have a great Saturday, everyone. And what is up, everyone? I am back. And the Washington football team just was defeated by the New York Giants. What a sloppy first half they had. 23-20, and a lot of the comeback was the amazing play by Alex Smith. I can't say any more about his crazy story, but I just want to say, what was it, 4 or 5 turnovers? You guys need to be better. You came off a bye week. You need to be better. That's really all I want to say about it. The only good thing I took away from the game is that Alex Smith coming in. I feel bad for Kyle Allen. He didn't deserve to get leg swept by that player. I don't know if it was intentional or not. It sort of looked that way, but it could have been just the way he rolled. I have no idea, but Washington, you guys need to do better. If not, you need to tank your season. You need to get some more weapons. And for those of you who are saying to fire Ron Rivera, you guys have to realize Ron Rivera told everybody at the beginning of the season, don't expect a miracle. I'm coming in here to build this team, not to win. He's trying to win the East, yes, but he's also trying to protect his players, to build his players. We haven't had a lot of injuries this year. Just the quarterback situation has been awful. That's it. Everything else has been okay. There's not been really too many injuries. Sheriff came back okay. Kyle Allen has been hurt a couple of times for Alex Smith to come in. Alex Smith looked dangerous today. He had the 3 interceptions, and one of those wasn't his fault. McKissick slipped in the grass, but the last one when they had a chance to win or to tie the game up with a field goal, Alex Smith should just threw that ball out of bounds. Instead, he tried to make a play and throw to the opposite side of his body, and it ended up into the other guy's arms, and that was just 100% his fault. He should never attempted that throw. Hopkins played a good game. I would have gave him the chance to try to kick it. He got better. Hopkins got better, but still, I don't like him. He needs to continue to prove himself. And for those of you who are bashing Chase Young, look, Chase Young is there. Every single time they get around the quarterback, he is there. The problem is everybody thinks he should get there every time. They're like, Chase Young's invisible. I see this on Facebook. Chase Young is invisible. No, he's not. Chase Young is a support defensive end because he needs the support of the other players. If the quarterback is scrambling and running around, that's where Chase Young is dangerous, because his pursuit speed is amazingly good. When Chase Young is being double-teamed and we're not getting any penetration up the middle, Chase Young's not going to do anything. He can't take on 2 guys because they usually put 2 guys on Young because Young is dangerous. But a lot of the times the quarterbacks that Washington's playing against know, because of the dangerous defensive line, they have to get the ball out quickly. It's up to Washington to put their hands up. I'm not seeing much of putting their hands up and swatting balls down. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing great defensive play calls. Curl, by instance, he gave up a couple plays today, but he made a lot of big plays as well. I'm very impressed with that kid. He's already playing a little bit better than Landon Collins was. So, yeah, I like Curl. Curl was a good addition to Washington. They've got some strength. They're getting there. Steven Sims made a great catch today. Good. And then Terry McLaurin. Oh, thank God for giving him the captain. I feel bad for Landon Collins, even though I said, he shouldn't be the starter because he's not been playing well, but I don't wish injury upon anyone. And for him to get Landon Collins as captaincy, I think it is well-deserved. Because look at what he did today. He smoked the New York Giants on that, what was it, almost 70 yards? It was a great play. It was an extremely great play. And, by the way, after I get off this game, I want to talk about the other one. So, for those of you who are saying that Washington had a poor game, they did. They fumbled the ball, butterfingers, everything in the first half, but don't take it out on Alex Smith. He can only do so much. Okay, some of these turnovers were due to bad offensive line protection. Bad offensive line protection is the reason Alex Smith was having issues, because at one point I looked up at the stat sheet. He was 23 for 27 for 325 yards. I was sitting there like, whoa. When's the last time you seen a Redskins quarterback have only 4 incompletions at one point? He hasn't played a game in almost 800 days. He played a couple weeks ago, but it wasn't very long. So with that being said, congratulations to Alex Smith. I mean, he was incredible. Other than the 3 picks, I think Alex Smith definitely deserves player of the game for Washington for that. Him or Terry McLaurin. It was an amazing day for him. Had to have been an out of body experience. It really had to have. And the fact that we had a little bit of fans there just says it all. But yeah, again, we see half the stadium is covered in the away team's fans. And, guys, I understand that this team is bad, but the reason why they're staying bad, it's not just Dan Snyder. We have to support them. We have to get there and make as much noise as we can and support them and just tell these guys, we know you're struggling, but we're with you. That's how teams get through the times. They have to remember who they're playing for. They can't look up at FedEx Field and see blue and gray everywhere. They can't do that. They have to see the burgundy and gold. Okay, if they see burgundy and gold, they're reminded, hey, these fans paid their hard-earned money to come in here and see us play. Maybe we can try to win for them. But when they don't see that, they're like, you know what, screw these people. And I know because I used to play ball. I know how it feels when fans are booing at you. But a lot of times it's deserved because you're not playing good. They're going to let you know about it. The other game I want to get into is I just finished it. It's Pittsburgh versus Dallas. I mean, the Cowboys almost defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers with their 4th quarterback of the season. What in the world happened? I thought Pittsburgh was supposed to be fantastic and go into the Super Bowl. But for some reason, it took till 2 minutes left in the second quarter to even get 6 points on the board. I mean, it was insanely close. But once again, congratulations to the Steelers. They're 8-0. Dallas is still, Dallas. But they're getting better, and that's what frightens Washington fans because they got to play on Thanksgiving Day, 4:30 kickoff. So in closing, the whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation, I'll let you guys look that up and make your own minds about that. Washington, you failed again. For some reason, you guys just can't beat the New York Giants. I'm not going to say any more about that. Y'all need to get your heads together. Pittsburgh, congratulations on staying undefeated, but you got some tough tasks ahead of you as well. All right. So in closing, that ends the podcast. Hope you guys have a safe week. And I'll talk to you next time. Have no idea if I'm going to do one next week. I'm going to do them as they come. Okay, I'm not going to guarantee one next week because not many things have been happening lately. So, okay. I hope you guys have a great week, everybody.